nothing quite like the moment before a show begins. The lights go down and the rest of the world just kind of disappears.
Right, and that's what the magic of theater is all about. And this summer, the experience is about to become more accessible than ever for the entire family.
So joining us today with more details is Mark Fleischer. He has an exclusive PTL announcement for us.
Yes.
And we appreciate this. And this really is about being able to get more people to experience theater, right?
Yeah, often in our industry we have this phrase, barrier to entry. What is it that prevents people from coming to the theater? And people often go, oh, it's cost.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Yeah.
We've had $35 tickets since I don't know when, and ours are scattered throughout. But we thought, we went and talked to our staff. I talked to focus groups. What is it that keeps you from coming? And often it's taking care of your children,
Yep.
or the cost to bring a family. I don't want to deal with parking or the cost of parking downtown, accessibility issues. And so we put this whole program together that we're calling Removing Barriers.
This is great, because I do think that there are some things, and some of it for people who don't come to the theater very often, it can just be the fear that those things may exist or may not exist. So let's talk about some of the things that you're doing. We saw the trolley outside, so let's start there.
All right, so the CLO show shuttle,
Yeah.
which actually is a bit of history. If you go back, there's actually a picture of this old trolley that used to go up to the stadium.
Oh, look at this.
From that. Oh, there it is. But we called our friends at Molly's Trolley, and we said, how can we get people in from the suburbs? We heard from a lot of people after the pandemic that going in or driving, or they go on their own and they don't know how to do this. So we worked with our friends at Molly's Trolley, and there'll be 4 pickup spots throughout the suburbs, and they'll pick you up for $10.
Wow.
Drive you to the theater that is the show, and drop you off, and then pick you up and take you back to that park and ride spot.
That is amazing.
What a deal for $10.
$10.
You
and
can
that's
get
through
anything for $10.
And we've got some great sponsors, Odyssey Radio and the Richard King Mellon Foundation, who we explained this sort of how do we bring downtown back by getting people into downtown and seeing the musicals they've wanted to see.
That's
what
amazing.
a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the family pass.
Yes.
Because you talked about childcare, and that's an issue.
Yeah.
So, we do a lot of musicals that the whole family wants to see, right? We have Seussical this year, Music Man, West Side Story. And so we came up working with our friends at Richard King Mellon with the idea of Family Pass. So you buy an adult ticket at any price. Could be the highest ticket price, which is $95 for us in the front, or $35. And you can buy up to 4 tickets at $10 each to sit with your children. We're not making you sit in the back. If you have a $90 ticket, we'll take the next 3 seats next to it. And for $10, you sit and experience a musical with your family. I used to joke that when I was a kid, my parents couldn't wait to leave me at home. But families now want to go together. They want to experience the whole thing. And we pick shows that are these great golden classics. And Music Man is something, and it's up to 18 years old.
Well, and this is great too, because I want my kids to experience these things, but everything is so expensive. So, to bring 3 kids and 2 adults, it really is a big outing, something you have to save for. So this is great.
Right,
That's amazing.
and we see it as building our audience of tomorrow to experience. I saw my first musical at 12 and it changed my life. And so how can I make sure? So these $10 tickets for kids that are underwritten through the Richard King Mellon Foundation.
Fantastic.
Thank goodness for the underwriting too, because we don't want you to go broke.
No, and that's that balance.
Well.
Right? No, and that's what's been the balance of it.
Right.
And childcare too can be a huge burden for people. Again, coming back to cost or just finding the right childcare.
And so I think many of our audiences know we have the CLO Academy of Musical Theater, which has been teaching kids from preschool through high school forever. I said, well, why don't we just take one of those classes and put it at the Benedum? So free, if you buy a ticket to come see a show, you can then you have to register in advance, up to 25 kids, because we want to get the right age teacher for the students we have. We'll teach them a class. It's not babysitting. They're going to learn a song from the show that you're seeing with you're seeing, and they're going to learn a craft, maybe a dance step. And again, it's free as long as you buy a ticket, because what it helps us, my thought is, you're in seeing a show, and your kids are learning something about the show, you still have something to talk about. It's not just leaving your kid at home or dropping them off. Or what I think will probably happen is you have a 13 or 14-year-old that you can see the show with, but you also have a 7 or 8, and you take them to our creative dramatics. So it's taught by faculty members of the Academy. And again, buy a ticket, register in advance, free for those who are coming to the show.
I love that you guys are thinking about these things, honestly. This is just
what
fantastic.
Fantastic ideas.
Really
Again,
great.
thank you.
We want to remind you as well, tickets for Pittsburgh CLO's summer season, they're on sale now, and you got to check out some of these great things.
Yeah, and to take advantage of the PCLO's show shuttle, show care, and the family pass, go to our website, pittsburghtodaylive.com. We have a link for you right there.
I'm going to check it out as soon as we have time. I'm looking at it.